Welcome, everyone, to the latest episode of The Testing Room, where three of the gaming industry's best video game consultants who have never actually consulted on a video game bring you new topics each and every week. As always, I'm Alex, aka The Gosfather.
I'm Christian, aka Pseudo45.
I'm Preston, aka Funkadelic Jedi.
Yeah, we have a new episode, and we always like to kick things off by seeing what's going on over in Preston's comment corner before we dive into our weeks. So what's going on, Preston?
Got a couple comments. Let's see here. We got one from Steph from Soma Part 2. First 20 seconds cracked me up. Are you okay? I'm so glad you're streaming this. I've been waiting to see you play a horror game for a while. Yeah, it's been, I don't want to say fun. It's been an experience. We'll talk about it in my week as well. Yeah, it's been fun. Fun, spooky October game. We have another comment from Party Jams. Video came into my feed because of Sonic, lol. Glad you guys like the game. SpongeBob is there because Paramount does the Sonic movies. Also, a SpongeBob game is coming out next month. Platformer like Battle for Bikini Bottom / movie game. So that would make sense why SpongeBob is in there. Paramount.
That was the Paramount tie-in was the one I was missing, so that makes total sense.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Other than that, no more comments on the YouTube, but we did get a comment from a friend and listener. I don't know what they want to call themselves. I don't know if they want me to say their name out loud, so I won't be doing it. So, commenter who's a friend of ours asked, "What's the most time you've put into a demo?" Asked us to discuss this on the podcast. So, think of demos that you gotten, whether they're like PS2 jam packs, maybe you got something from a magazine subscription. Me personally, I didn't get a whole lot of demos when I was younger because I was like a Nintendo guy. I mean, I do have some party packs up there I got with my PlayStation 2, but didn't have that when I was a kid. I want to say that there was a Tony Hawk Pro Skater demo that I had for GameCube at one point that I played a bunch of. It was either that or like PC, I'm not sure. But recently, I mean, anytime at Next Fest, speaking of which, Next Fest is this week, so anyone who's like looking to get in some demos and check out some games with a little slice free, you can check out Steam. They got Next Fest going on, and yeah, I've gotten, in the past year, I think it was Unbreakable, which is that rhythm game. They put a bunch of songs on there. I played that for like months, just kind of dabbling in. They're like, hey, I'm going to play a whole bunch of songs tonight. Hey, I'm going to play a whole bunch of songs tonight. That, and there was that ball cross pit, whatever they want to call it. When that demo came out, I did play a good handful of hours on that one as well. But other than that, like I didn't have a whole lot of demos when I was a kid. I didn't have a PlayStation. So most of my demos, if I got them, maybe have been from, like, the only thing I can think of is that it was packaged in with the game. Like, hey, you got this game, here's some demos that you can do in the extras section of the menu, and you can kind of go through there. But yes, I'd say definitely with a Tony Hawk demo at some point. Oh, look at a puppy.
He's being very needy right now, and I don't know why.
Oh, give Ted like 20 minutes. He'll be in here. I've been at this desk since this morning, so he's going to be like, bro, what are you doing?
He typically jumps in my lap and like stays out of the way of the camera. Like maybe you'll see an ear, but just now he's like, no, I'm going to climb your arms. Like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. What about you guys? You guys play any demos back in the day?
So I could...
Yeah, go ahead, Christian. I did not. I'm kind of in your situation, Preston.
So I can answer this. So I have probably the most... Yeah. So I played a fuck ton of demos all the time. So there was like the ones that you would get from like, whatever, like Pizza Hut or whatever, like those demo discs that come in. Then there was the ones that if you were part of like the PlayStation Magazine way back in the day,
PlayStation Magazine,
they would send you demo discs all the time. And those were fucking awesome. However, there is an answer for me that is above all the other ones. This will be probably for nobody but Jake. But it's these guys right here. So the Dreamcast generator discs. And I'll just read the ones that they had on here. So there's Volume 1 and Volume 2. I've had these forever.
Is that the only two they've made?
Yes, those are the only two they've made. So there's only Volume 1 and Volume 2. But, so Volume 1 had Ready to Rumble Boxing, Power Stone, Monaco Grand Prix, House of the Dead 2, Sonic Adventure, Sega Bass Fishing, Champ Car Racing, Flag to Flag, and there was more on there. I don't remember which one, the other one. Oh, and NFL Blitz.
Package.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I think that might have been it on this one. I don't remember.
That's half the
100%.
library.
Hydro Thunder was also on here. Yeah. And then Volume 2 had Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Railroad Tycoon 2, Sonic Adventure, but at a different level, Dead or Alive 2, Rayman 2, Fur Fighters, and MDK 2. So, from that, though, there was some easy winners here as far as the ones I spent the most time on. Obviously, an easy one. Both of them were both levels for Sonic Adventure. I was definitely into those.
That. Yeah.
Played a fuck ton of that. Power Stone was huge, and then I also played a fuck ton of Fur Fighters and MDK2 on these. I probably put on the Dreamcast, I mean, months worth of time into these demos, because the problem is that obviously back in the day there was plenty of times where you just weren't going to get a new game. Like if you got a game, you picked one, that's what it was, and then your parents were like, all right, catch you on your birthday or Christmas, and you're like, fair enough, that's it is what it is. And so I just ended up learning some of these demos back and forth, like just backwards and forwards. But for some of these, like Fur Fighters, like it was a fighter, but you'd be able to play it like that, or like Power Stone too, like you would be able to play it like that. But then even though it was a demo, it was like, oh, well, you only have a couple stages. So it was like, well, I don't care about all the stages. If I'm playing the game, I'm still playing the game. So, but yeah, that was that would be my answer. But I've always had a huge like time, I guess, like playing demos just in general. Like it was always the ones between PlayStation Magazine, these ones. There was also Preston, I think you're the only one that had a PS3 like during its launch time.
I got mine a little bit afterwards, but yeah.
Well, sure, but I mean like when they were supporting it is what
PS3.
I mean.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, what I mean is when they were supporting it. Do you remember the core episodes that they did? It was like QORE.
Yeah, it was like their own video podcast thing, right? It was like almost like
and they would like talk about like
nowadays, yeah, right?
Yeah, almost, right? Like it was like that, but they would do like behind the scenes stuff. They would talk about stuff that's coming, blah blah blah. There would be times where demos were attached with those particular episodes too, and I always would be stoked whenever those would be popping out. Sure. But yeah,
all right,
that's mine.
I did find the preview disc that I did have for GameCube. I'm pretty sure it was like at least one. On the front of it, it does show Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut, Splinter Cell, Billy Hatcher, and the Giant Egg. But the one that I played a lot of was the Beautiful Joe demo. I played the shit out of that fucking demo. I don't think I ever owned it. I own it now, but I don't think I ever owned Beautiful Joe. I think that's the only time I ever played it was on that demo disc, that preview disc.
That's good demo. Good demo.
That's a good demo. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yes. I've never really played demos. I got a couple. Definitely am like the old school magazines that I would buy, and I wasn't subscribed to any, but I would occasionally like either buy them or get them from friends, and it would have the disc in the back. But like rarely did I have the console that they would play on, or was it something that I looked at and was like, I should go dive in. So I maybe played a couple here and there, but nothing.
I feel like you've never been a big demo person. I wonder if that's like part of it. But like even when Steam Neck Fest comes around, like Preston and I'll be like, yo, check out these demos, and you're like, right, yeah. No.
You let me know if there's good ones, I'll check them out. But
yeah.
To be fair, Steam Next Fest is like a vomiting of a giant amount of demos. Like you are going through a lot of garbage before you find one that interests you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Like it is weird. I really have to I feel like I have to know that it's a game I want to play to try a demo. Like, I'm looking forward for this to come out, so I'll play a demo.
Yeah.
Before it comes out, right? But I know I want to play it. Otherwise, yeah, like I don't do a whole lot of dabbling, oddly enough. I like to dive into a game and just
nowadays you do plenty, but yeah.
Nowadays I'm doing more. That is true, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going through all these GameCube ones. It's like there was barely any demos. There's obviously the ones you get in kiosks in the store. I think Wario World had a demo on there, and there was a edition of Metroid Prime, a later version of it that came with a demo of Echoes. But other than that, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of demos that were out.
I think the only other demo thing that I can think of that I want to add is, and Alex, you may have experienced this one, but with the Halo 2 multiplayer demo where it was attached to the cop game.
Crackdown?
Yes, thank you.
Cop game.
I know me personally, and
Yeah,
I know plenty of other
Preston,
people that had a 360. Huh?
Preston said the cop game. Do you not remember Crackdown?
I remember the name. I think I played a little bit of Crackdown 2 when they released it on there, but I just knew it as a weird like open world. You do crazy shit. I didn't know it was a cop game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. You're just a future super cop. Like you just run around and
you could jump over buildings,
take down enemies,
protect and serve. Yeah. But here's the thing. That's what I was going to get to though. Is that almost no one. I know there's people who were like, no, I was there. Almost no one played Crackdown. They loaded up the disc, they downloaded the Halo 2 beta, and then they were like, sick, thanks. And then that's all they used that disc for, was to play that beta. But I would say that back, like in the traditional sense, I still think that counts as a demo. And I mean, there's a lot of time put into that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, not a whole lot of demos over here. And demos more nowadays, but we talk about those plenty on the show when they come out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice. Anything else in your comment corner? That's it? All right.
That's it, mine.
Well, who wants to get into their weeks?
I can actually go first because I don't actually have that much. Because it's going to be the main game that I played and beat was Silent Hill 2, and we're not talking about that right now. So I beat it.
Yeah, you did beat it.
And at the end of October, we will do our whole episode wrapping them up.
I'm sitting here, I'm like, why do you not want to talk about it right now? I'm like, what the fuck is wrong? I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
No.
We do it at the end of the month.
Yeah, because we're scheduling it later. So I beat it. It's finished. Check back later for full thoughts on there. I did like it, so I'll say that I liked it, and then we'll get in from everything there.
Looks great. Looks incredible.
So is it? Did you like it enough to where? Because are you gonna like play other Silent Hill games? Or
well, I was already gonna. I already wanted to play Silent Hill F.
I know that.
Like one.
So I am gonna do that.
You're not gonna do 3. You're not gonna do Room.
I'm definitely not doing any of those. But so the reason I have it on good authority that the good ones are 1, 2, and 3. Everything else after that is probably not great, and it was already like 1 was like here, 2 is the peak, 3 is still good, but it's a little bit below that, like probably back to the same level of quality that 1 was at, and then the rest of them are varying degrees of like meh. And so it's like, okay, well, I'm not interested in doing that. I heard, as far as I know, Silent Hill F is the most recent, like, yep, this one's a banger. So it's like, all right, I'll check that one out. But 1 and 3 are both still locked to the old school, like, tank control stuff. And that's why I quit 1, right? Like, when I was playing through, it was, again, no disrespect. I'm not, but it's just not for me. I don't like it. It doesn't hit my, I can't handle it. Now, if they were like top-down isometric games like Signalis, I'm down. You do tank controls for that all day. I'm cool. But from a 3D perspective, if I'm running, then I have to get stopped and get like jammed up in a wall, and I'm trying to turn, and there's something being like me, like hitting me while I can't turn. I'm gonna get mad really quick. So, no thanks. So I don't know if that answers your question, but until they remake them, the answer is no. I won't. I'm gonna play this one and Silent Hill F, and then be like, cool, good enough. And the nice thing is that none of them are really connected, so whatever. But yeah, I liked it. It was good. We'll talk about it later. Yeah. Honestly, the only other thing that I've played is games that we have already talked about. So Alex and I put a fuck ton of time into Path of Exile this week. Yeah. And game's still great. There's really nothing to add there.
I watched some of that today. Looks good. Looks great.
Yeah, you say I really want to play that game?
When it's out in 1.0, yeah, 100%.
And then, you know what? There's one other thing. I didn't get to play this yet, so I'll probably talk about it next week. But so Evo France happened. Preston and I were watching that. It was very cool. Great matches.
The Shar won that one.
It's
right?
No secret that, huh?
The Shar won that one, right?
Lashar did win that one. Ed Mame, so represent. But yeah, so it's no secret for people who liked my other like really favorite fighting game, probably my favorite one of all time so far is Dragon Ball FighterZ. The main community for that still lives on in France. I don't know what the reason is, like why it has just remained and has never left there. It's an amazing game.
Great game.
But they have kept it alive as far as the competitive scene is concerned. And so Bandai and ArcSys decided what a perfect time to announce that that fucking game's not dead. And they were like, anyway, here's a new character and a brand new balance patch. So go bananas. And everybody was like, what the fuck? And it's just been... I haven't got a chance to try it yet. I did. I do want to check it out. But apparently this balance patch is like not just a balance patch. It's like, changes. We are doing full mechanical changes. Like there's new defensive mechanics now that people have access to.
It looks like a Guilty
combo
Gear,
routes for
like a little pop out, like little get off me kind of move. If they call that like a little burst.
Yeah. So I'm very excited. So I can't wait to try that.
That's not crossplay, is it?
Preston, I have fantastic news. It is in fact crossplay.
Yeah, because you got me to buy it on PlayStation, so I can play it. We're down. I'm down.
Yes, you. Hey, you want? Let's get into it. I'm down.
Fuck Sonic Racing tonight. We're gonna have that other person who gave me that comment about the demos. We're gonna make him play fucking Dragon Ball FighterZ tonight.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's great. Yeah, they've got crossplay. It has full rollback now. It's fantastic. It's awesome. Good. You know, everybody go play Dragon Ball FighterZ. Anyway. But yeah, so I haven't got to try that yet, but I do want to check it out. Honestly though, so between that, finishing Silent Hill, and then the only other thing is it's still way too early, but I got to play some Rematch with Alex finally. We lost all 3 of our games.
We did.
And I will just echo Alex's sentiments so far that it is truly frustrating to not have people play as a team in that game, because it really does feel like it does not feel good. And I know that there have been good matches because Alex has been on the microphone when he has good matches. So I've heard him be very excited. And I know that there are people who can play as a team because the people that played against us were playing as a fantastic team. So it's possible. It's just, who you get paired up with. But I know, it's not just a Rematch problem. It's a 2K problem. It's a Madden problem. Like, it just happens, right? Like, it's just not.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was the mechanics and everything in the style that Slow Clap has done for that game are still so good. I love the way that it looks. I love the way that they have made like a super stylish sort of soccer game. It's very cool.
I played 2 games before we got on here, and I was streaming them. Preston was on, and I lost both as well. But like the second game, we just got destroyed, and like after we were down 2 goals, one of the players left, and then we were down a person, and it got worse. But the first game, we start things off. I get the ball up the left-hand side. I'm on a breakaway with another guy running beside me. Instead of shooting like an asshole, I just did this really pretty layoff to this guy who just tapped it in. I'm like, fucking look at that. Like, look how that works, right? Like, pretty awesome. There were 3 opportunities going the opposite way, like, for people to do that to me, where I'm just running down the field going, like, over here, square it, pass it. And every time the dude on the right just, like, got, like, 15 yards out, was just like, I'm gonna fire it from here. And it's like, do you not understand? Like, soccer is about angles, right? Like, you're on the right, I'm on the left, you get the goalie moving one way, it's a simple tap in, all I gotta do is pass it. There's nobody here, just pass it to me. And every time, fired it. And both two out of 3 of those times, we didn't score because he kicked it right to the goalie. And in fact, because we were both up on a breakaway, it left 3 of their players outnumbering our players on the way back, and they just dumped it back down and scored on us. And it's just like, this is why you lose. I don't know what to tell people. Like, play like a team.
No, man, they want to lone wolf it. They want to be the cool guy.
So
Dude, honestly, it just comes off like they're recording for their Instagram or something like that. Like, it's just so, yeah, it's ridiculous. So, that all being said, I'm excited to put some more matches into it because I really want to get a feel for it before the 2-hour refund window so that I can know for sure whether or not it's going to be something that I'll stick with long term.
Yep.
Because the problem is, it is very fun. And when the game is working, as in like mechanically working, like when everything is going the way that it should, because there was a couple times where Alex and I, like, if we were playing, like, we had a couple slick passes to each other, and we're like, oh, okay, maybe we'll make something happen. Like, there is good feelings there, but like the exact situation that Alex described, where you're sitting there and you're like, yo, I'm wide open. I'm just like, they're not even looking at me. All you gotta do is pass it, and we can smoke this thing. And I was like, yeah, but I could pull up from half field though. And you're like, but don't do that. And they're like, yeah, my leg's already back, brother. I'm gonna kick it. And then they kick it from half field, and they catch it, and they just go, they go, sorry. And you're like, yep, all right.
Yeah, Preston did, or Christian just heard toxic immediately. Preston, as he just started spamming the good job to somebody for not doing what he wanted.
Dude, he pulled up from half field, shot it, and then it went in. And I was like, whatever, I'll leave it alone. He did it again a second time and ignored all of the people that were calling for him to do it. And so I was just like, all right, good job. I'm just mashing good job. You're so good. You're doing it. And then the same thing fucking happened when there was a goalie who like ran out, and at this one, Alex, like you saw, he went damn near half field because he was like, no, I'm going to be the goalie that scores from half field. And you saw the other team, they must have, their heart rate must have went up like 10 BPM just to be like, oh my God, what a fucking moron I am. So because then they stole it, and then they were able to shoot from half field, except it went in because there was no goalie there. Yeah. And then he just goes, sorry. I'm like, yeah, all right, you're getting good job, Mash, because you suck. But yeah.
That's fun. Anything else this week?
Nope. Okay. Not gaming related.
Sure.
I made you mad yesterday, but that's about it.
No.
You made who mad?
You.
You made me mad? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You did. Just about like life related. That's.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad at you. So Christian got to go to a fun sporting event with the Chicago Fire.
Oh yes.
And he was texting me. I wasn't mad at you. I was more mad at my own team for not doing similar things.
So Preston, here's you. I'll read this text, and then you tell me in the tone how you would feel if this was your favorite team he was talking about, okay? So all I said was, hey, Alexa and I just got to talk to the coach for a little bit. Fuck you. And I ignored that, and I was like,
yeah,
whatever.
But that was more anger, and again, like the fact you were even at an event like that, and like we're not, right?
So I let that one go, and I was like, obviously this is just playful. I'm gonna let this one go. So I was like, hey, as soon as they let me start taking photos, I'll send you some. Like, I'll try to get you some. And he sent like a sarcastic thumbs up, like, you can still go fuck yourself. And I was like, well, whatever, that's fine. So then there was a player on our team who had just recently got injured, so he was training by himself. So he came over before he went in to do like some more solo workouts. And we did not get a chance to talk to him, but I had heard him, or we had like met him or whatever. And I just said, I was like, one, he's shorter than I thought he was. And then two, I was like, also, he likes One Piece. So you and him have that in common. Like, there you go. And, Alex makes a joke about him playing rematch with us, ha ha ha, and it was.
I said you should ask him to play rematch with us.
Right. Yep. And so I was like, oh, okay, this is fine.
Yeah.
And then he goes, so our coach, he goes, your coach can have a big forever thank you for what he did with the U.S. men's national team, but a big old go fuck yourself for his work with Chicago. And I was like, well, that's just rude and hurtful for no reason. I didn't do anything. You can't just be happy for me. That's a little ridiculous. So what I did was, at that moment when I saw that text message come down on my watch, the player that we got from Alex's team, so Andrew Gutman, who's great in my opinion, He had just came over and was talking to Alexa and I. And I was like, yo, can I get a photo with you really quick? And he's like, yeah, absolutely, man. So we went, did that. I sent it right to Alex, and I was like, we said fuck Atlanta right before this photo, and then sent it. And he was very upset at me after that moment. Yeah.
That's
but you'll agree, I think, Alex deserved it.
I mean, he gets off that sassy tone. A fuck you to him is like, I was like, hey there, how are you? I mean, like yesterday we were like, yeah, I'm gonna get on the Discord real quick. He's like, oh fuck you, I just put my computer to sleep. It's just something he says.
Yes, that one I was fine with, but it was afterwards where he was like, yo, he can go get a big old go fuck yourself for his work with Chicago, making them good all of a sudden. Blah 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 blah.
I told you in the off season when you guys got Berhalter, that'd be a good pick. That was a good pickup for you guys. It was, Berhalter.
That was certainly a lot better than our last coach.
And Preston goes to the home game and they win.
I was
crazy how it just wins.
We talked after. I was very happy for you. I was very, very happy that you got to do that. I think that's a very cool experience. I am more than anything was very angry and jealous. I actually used Christian's experience to start a Reddit fight in the Atlanta.
How's that been going, by the way?
Oh, I have like 90 people that agree with me, and a lot of people that are just yelling at the front office, and then a couple people just being like, "Look at me." Yeah, I got on the Atlanta thing and was like, "Our front office doesn't care about the fans," and here's proof. And I was talking about Christian, getting my buddy in. No, I didn't share the photo. I almost used cleanup to blur out your faces, but then I was like, "Nah, I didn't ask," and I know they said no photos, so I don't want to get anybody in trouble. I was just like, look, man, front office doesn't care about fans. Like, here's a fan that is a season ticket holder first year. They've done this event and this event and this event. And I was like, we've been season ticket holders for years. We can't do anything more than like a virtual Q&A. Like, we don't do anything live. They don't invite fans to anything and whatever. And the first guy responded was like, I mean, I've been a season ticket holder for years, and he's like, I've gone to Q&As, I've gone to practices, I won tickets and a flight to Europe to go see a game over there. It's just like, okay, like, where are you paying for a box?
No, he's
and
bullshit.
Then he may have, but like, you're paying a lot of money, and like, everyone got in there. People were like, I'm a founding member since 2017. I signed up before the team was a team, blah, blah. Like, that is not a real experience that anybody has. Like, you are the 0.01% of the 1%.
Yeah, and
right.
Also, I'm still utterly convinced that was just an employee for Atlanta.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and everybody seems to agree. It's frustrating that, like, Atlanta's not only the biggest supported team in the country, like, no offense to Chicago or anything or anybody else, but like the average attendance of
you guys make money.
Soccer games in most places are like 21,000 people, right? Then you get like in the high 20s, low 30s in Seattle. Atlanta in bad years, we average 46,000 people. Like, in bad games, we average 40,000, which is crazy. Like, there's a big following. And Allie and I looked.
You guys have a great stadium.
Yeah, I mean, playing a football stadium is amazing, and the food's cheap and stuff. And it's indoors, which is also great. And I think Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken, was like the 8th or the 9th highest or most profitable sporting franchise in the world of all sports. You have like Manchester United up there, you have the Dallas Cowboys up there, you have the New York Yankees up there. Like, Atlanta United is like 8th, and like, you can't do things for your season ticket holder. Like, what makes me more frustrated is we renewed season tickets and I got a gold pin for it. And then before we renewed season tickets, when everybody was
I love when one of the comments you told me where you were like, I certainly don't want to sound ungrateful for my gold pin.
I did. It actually was more than the gold pin. It was two things, because a couple weeks before everybody renewed, when they're like, hey, you're going to renew, like, we want to give a big thank you to everybody that's still showing up. So we're going to give you a $10 concession voucher for your season ticket.
Pays for a portion of a beer.
I pay for 2 season tickets, mind you, mine and Allie's, and I got one $10 voucher.
That's fucking horseshit.
So what I actually said in Christian's comment was, I said, I'm sorry, everyone. Let me edit that. I don't want to sound ungrateful for my $10 in gold pin. Is actually
yeah, that's right. That's what you said. Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's just like 1 year. I think it was last year. They did do like a come to a private training, and they had 3 sessions because there are a lot of season ticket holders. I get it. They had 3 sessions, and you had to go on Ticketmaster. You had to claim a ticket, but they were free, right? You just had to claim one. By the time I had a chance that day at work, they went open at like 1 p.m. I think I got on like 3:30, 4 o'clock to do it. They're all gone. All gone. So they even capped like how many you could do. And there's so many options. It's just open more instances. Like you could do so many things to celebrate your fans with the money you're paying, with tickets going up every year, with the team not doing so hot. And even when they are doing hot, like all this stuff. And it's like, guys, I got literally 2 gold scarf pins. By the way, one's broken. I posted that one on Reddit a few weeks back, and Christian, I showed you that. Like the back is broken off of it, and a $10 voucher. And it's like, what are we doing? Like
being cheap. That's what they're doing.
And let me just. Here's what's gonna make me more angry. Our country is broken, everyone. I want you to understand this. Other countries. Everybody says like soccer is for the people. The great thing about soccer and being the world's biggest sport is it's the world's biggest sport because it doesn't take anything to play. It doesn't take expensive equipment, right? It doesn't really take big skill gaps. Like, yeah, I get it. To be a professional, it does. But like anybody can play soccer. Women are as entertaining as men to watch play. And like as a man and a very like single-minded point of view, I'm sorry, I don't find like softball as entertaining as baseball. I don't find baseball that entertaining either. So don't let me make it sound that way. But like we all have our proclivities there.
New baseball's great,
but soccer is one of those sports like truly where people are like men are so much more competitive or so much stronger than women. They can never compete in the men's sport. Like soccer's not the same because soccer is tactically just different. Like I don't care how big you are, people can actually only kick so hard, and you know what I mean. The goal is so big and so on. So it's soccer is for everybody. In other countries, Liverpool is a great example. They cap season ticket prices and tickets to games, and like the most expensive ticket to a soccer game from the team is $31. That's nuts, right? Here is
great.
Hundreds. If they find out, and they did this last year and this year, if they find out you sell too many tickets of your season tickets on like StubHub or International or whatever,
they'll take them away.
They banned 1,500 people last year from getting season tickets again. To do that, right? The last like 6 World Cups, the most expensive ticket pricing for the World Cup capped at about $300 for the most expensive tickets to buy, because countries will cap that. In America, the cheapest ticket you can purchase right now at some of the stadiums, at Atlanta Stadium, is $1,900.
That's a broken thing. It's the same thing with concerts. Cheapest. Like the government needs to put a cap on that shit. It's outrageous.
We are broken here. And it's just soccer, like sporting in general, but because I have season tickets soccer, it's the one I'm focused on right now. It's not for the people here, and it's really frustrating. And you could just see it in the community outreach or the lack thereof and other stuff we do. Like if Atlanta United opens fields for kids all over the city, and they go and visit like children with different needs and other stuff, and I love that. But there's a lot of time in the year. There's 365 days. You could invite people to different events. You could share those events with other things, right? And other people. And like there's so many things you could do in the way of community outreach that Atlanta just said, fuck it. And like people commented, it cracked me up too. People commented and said, oh, it sounds like your friend in Chicago is benefiting from Atlanta because it sounds like Chicago is just doing what Atlanta used to do. It's like, yeah, but you just said it. What they used to do. Why did they stop?
Yeah.
Because you started getting money. You got the season ticket holders. You didn't care anymore. Like, but that's how you lose it. Yeah, it's so stupid. Anyway. Back to our
But that's part of the reason why I was like to your point about the ticket prices and stuff, that's kind of the reason why Alexa and I went the first time, was because we saw how cheap the tickets were to go to the Fire game. And like no bullshit, like the tickets that we
when I checked before I went with you, it was like $40 for like up front, like in the same section,
and that was resale,
and that was
too. But like, it was like up front prices. No. Well, so maybe I thought you looked on StubHub, but if it was, it was through Ticketmaster. Cool. Yeah. So then that was direct through. But either way, so
they do really good ticket buyback. So I'll sometimes sell mine on Ticketmaster myself. Other times I'll sell them back to the team and let them sell them, which is kind of nice.
The cool thing though was that like it's $40 and we're sitting, basically right like in the like low parts of the 100 section. But like And it's at Soldier Field, which is a great stadium, especially for football, obviously. But like for the Bears, like those same tickets are easily like $500-$600. Like I mean, and that's for at the tops of that section. But if I was like to try to get close, I'm probably looking at like $1,000. And
yeah,
like so that was one of the like biggest things like that got me when Alex was just trying to be like, yo, just go to one game, just try it out, let me know what you think, blah blah blah. It was a really easy sell when we were just like, oh, well, we'll never get an opportunity to go that low into Soldier Field for that cheap. So, like, let's just do it and see what it was, like, see how it is. And then we had a blast. So we just kept going. But, yeah, it's, the prices for, like, some of it is just
when they announced the World Cup a year or two ago in the U.S., announced the cities, and we knew Atlanta was going to get we had the semifinals, and like 2 round games in around 16 or something. We have like 4 games here, 5 games here. I told Allie, I was like, we're going to save up. We're going to go. We're going to go. And I was like, I know it's going to be expensive. We're going to go. I don't care what it costs. Like thinking that I might have to pay $1,500 for two tickets. Right. Like, and I know that's so much money. That's an insane amount of money for a single sporting event. For a sporting event where you're not even guaranteed to see the team that you give a shit about, right? Like they haven't done the draw, so we don't even know who's playing here in Atlanta. And like I'm definitely not going to be able to afford the semifinal to see like big teams. So like it's going to be a normal like knockout round game. So like I could have like fucking Morocco and I don't know, Korea or something, or, and like great. But like the experience of going, I knew I was going to pay a lot. And when they came out and like the cheapest single ticket is $1,900, I can't afford $4,000. Like we want to build, we need to replace our fence. Our fence is $8,000, right? Because we have a big ass yard. That's half. Like I can't afford $4,000 to go to tickets. It's insane that we're willing to do it. Like here in America, we just do not care. Like, well, and you know,
you get someone like me who's not willing to do it. Like all the concerts that I want to go to, Gambino, all these guys, it's like, no, $200 from nosebleed. I'm like, I'm not spending $200 to see him from that far of a distance at a giant stadium. I'm not. And to get good tickets, thousands of dollars. And I'm like, I can't afford that. It's not something I can do.
Allie gives me shit all the time because we used to go to a lot of concerts and we still like to go to.
There's some smaller ones you can still get, but no.
But things have become so expensive. She's like, hey, do you want to go see so and so? How much is it? She'll be like, I don't know, like $80 ticket. But no, I'm good. She forced me. We went and saw Josh Johnson, the comedian, a couple weeks ago, and she bought tickets, and I think they were $90 a ticket. And like I love Josh Johnson. Like I wanted to see him, and they were high up, like high. We were. I'm not kidding you. We were next to we might have been the last row in the auditorium, like in the upper section.
For that much money.
We were so far back. We giggled about it too because like it was almost comically like far back. And it's just one of those things where like it's a lot of money and I pass up on tickets to go see people I really want to see all the time because I don't want to pay $60 a ticket because I know $60 or $70 a ticket when you buy 2 of them plus fees is plus now drinks. All of a sudden 230, right?
Yeah.
It's just like
I'll watch your special on Netflix and have my own beers at home or whatever, have my own special drinkies and food. Yeah.
Like, sorry, AFI, I've seen you twice. And, like, I saw you in the pageant for, like, $22 a ticket. Like, I'm not going to pay $80 a ticket. Like, I love you guys. Sorry, it's not going to happen. It's just, we have gotten out of control. And the answer is be wealthier. Like, literally. Be an influencer where you have other people pay for your shit. Or be wealthy. And otherwise, like, sorry.
Yeah.
So, anyway, welcome to our soapbox cast.
Yeah.
Tonight. Mm-hmm. And, so anyway, Preston, do you want to dive in? That was Christian's week. That was Christian said he made me mad.
That's right.
I can go through mine really quick. I didn't do much if you want me to.
Yeah, go ahead, because I got a big week.
Okay, I didn't do much. So we played some rematch, played Path of Exile. I've played more Trails in the Sky. The biggest thing I've been doing, though, is dabbling. Oh, 2 things. I beat my Halloween game as well. We'll talk about later. So I beat my first Resident Evil game. We'll talk about that later. The other thing is I've been dabbling in the quirkiest game I've played in years. And I've been playing Super Mario RPG.
Okay.
And
it's a good one.
Okay.
It's a real good one.
Have you played it, Preston?
Great, yes.
I have not played it. It is so it's the Switch. I've never played the original.
I haven't played the remake yet.
The remake is
wait. Are you playing the original or are you playing the remake?
The remake.
Okay, cool.
It looks gorgeous. It is stunning what they've done. It plays well. But what I keep taking myself back to is like, you know, this game was out in the 90s on Super, like 91. It is quirky as shit. Like, I didn't know what to expect. So I get in there and like you're fighting Bowser in the very beginning. I'm like, oh, cool, Mario game, whatever. But like it has RPG tactics and, you know, turn-based and so on. I get kicked out of the castle and they're like, run back to Bowser's castle. And I go back. And there's just this huge sword with eyes floating from the sky that's just talking to me. And I'm just, it's like, oh, the Smiths have taken over. And I'm just like, what is going on?
It's wild shit.
Like, it is wild.
Non-canonical wild shit, yeah.
Non-canonical. I did a little mini game last night where I had to jump on tadpoles and stop them in a pond. And then it played a song. Wild stuff.
There is a scene in that game that I still find to be one of the funniest, probably the funniest scene that Mario has ever been involved in. Yeah. And there's a character who's like talking back to him, like says something like, shut up, Mario, or whatever. And it shows Mario in the scene, like his fist, like he has like the Arthur fist, and he starts shaking it like he's going to strike this person for pissing him off. And everyone's like, whoa, calm down, Mario. Like it's like this whole thing. Yeah. But there's such a funny way that they angle that sprite to show him about to strike this person for talking back to him. And back then I thought it was fucking hilarious, and today I still find it hilarious because Nintendo has never been, like now especially, like I'll say probably since, I don't know, probably even since like the N64 era, but like they've always been ridiculously protective of their IP to the point where like if somebody does something with Mario and they find out, you're getting a cease and desist. Like you're even like if it's like a fan animation, you do something funny, you know, whatever.
On Steam's DB, like to get your own custom artwork, all Nintendo games are like blacked out half the time. They've taken everything down.
Right.
Yeah. Just developed by Square.
And so yeah, and so but this back in the Super Nintendo era, there was still a lot of like Nintendo was still very open about a lot of that stuff, mostly because they were embroiled in a console war with Sega. And so like Nintendo was down like just to let shit happen. So like this game was made with Square, and Square was like, yeah, fuck it, we'll just do whatever we want. Like there is you'll see, I won't ruin it or how to get it or whatever, but there is a super boss in this game that is like harkens back to old Final Fantasy bosses that looks like the Ultima form, like Sephiroth at the end of this game.
Game designers is Sakaguchi.
Yeah, it is fucking awesome. It's so funny and so good. I love that game. I'm so happy you're playing it. I love that game.
It's just funny. Like the first companion you meet is Mellow, like Mallow,
cloud,
like
dude.
Like,
yeah.
Mallow.
He's a cloud, but they named after a marshmallow.
Yeah.
But like he just learned that he wasn't a frog because you met his grandfather, and like his grandfather adopted him, and he thought his whole life he was just a weird looking frog. So like that's wild. But then I just got to the part. So about 2.5 hours in, I just got to the part where I meet, I think, the third companion. And it's just how bonkers this game is. So you walk in a house, you see this child. The child's playing with dolls. And he has like Bowser and a Mario doll and a Peach doll, and they're hitting each other. And then he's like, Mario, will you play with me? And Mario's like, sure, I got time. So he goes and gets this like wooden doll. And he just like almost like a Pinocchio style doll. And he just like beats Mario with it. And then it shoots out some balls and Mario falls back. He's like, whoa, kid, what are you doing? And then the mom's like, oh, I'm sorry, my kid just beat the shit out of you. So like, I bet you're not feeling so well. Let me put you to bed. Like, go rest up in the room. And while he's resting, all of a sudden a little fairy comes flying around and like brings this Pinocchio thing to life. And I'm just like, it's 11:30 last night. I'm laying in bed. The dogs are sleeping. I'm like I'm watching an international game on soccer on TV. And I'm just looking at my Steam Deck going, what? My Switch going, what the fuck is going on right now? Like it is wild. So that's the other game I'm playing. It's
a fun one.
My mind has been blown. It is fun.
You looked up the original sprites and everything, right? Too, because those sprites are good. But like the new ones are good too. But like they're nice and polished. But like the old sprites, they were incredible.
It did. It looked better than I thought it would when I pulled up photos. So yeah, that was the other game I've been playing. I just thought it was goofy, but it's very good. Really oh, one other. Did I talk about this last week? Hades 2.
Yeah.
I did talk about Hades 2 last week?
Yeah, you talked about it a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I've been playing that. Yeah, I just couldn't remember if I talked about now that it's officially in 1.0. I have gotten further. They have made everyone sexier somehow. I did tell Christian too. They from when I played it 6 or 8 months ago to now, the little detail they've done. So they had all the character models before; they were exactly the same.
A lot of it's placement art too.
I noticed when I got in on this one though, all of a sudden everybody has this like shimmer to them and this little like
polish.
It's gorgeous. Yeah. And Christian, for Hades 1, like, you know how you had just runs through Hades, and then you had the challenge modes you could do, like where you could give yourself like harder challenges to do. This one, there's a Hades run that's like 4 levels to get to the end boss. You can now go up on the surface, and that has its own different stages. Mm-hmm. And then there's other just random challenges you can take on that drop you in. It's like complete these challenges get special currency, but drop you in the world. Like, they've added so much content to this game. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Mm-hmm. So
Supergiant's great, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that is what I've done.
Bangers all day.
Yeah. Okay. Bangers all day.
Yeah. I am still playing my spooky game. So Soma is still being played. Twitch.tv/Testing Room Live. We got about 1 or 2 more plays in that with that one. I think Christian looked it up for me as far as like guides and stuff like that, like about a little over halfway. So I'll be finishing up soon. I think we'll have just enough time in October. I don't think we'll have any spare time with that one. So probably the end of that, and then we'll get into our Star Wars game in November. Played some more Sonic Racing. Finished all the Grand Prix. I don't know if I mentioned that last time, but we're gonna play some Sonic Racing tonight. I'm just having a great time with it. It's an incredible racing kart racer game. So really excited to get into that. In fact, led me to play another game, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. But to continue on new games, Pixel Junk Eden 2 came out on Steam and other consoles, but has been out apparently on Switch for a couple years now. So I didn't know that. I got all hyped up when I saw that trailer. I think it was at like Game Awards or one of those kind of key
events. Yeah, I think it was Game Awards.
And like, oh shit, they're gonna make it a second one. No one said anything to me. None of you in the comments said anything to me. Feel free to call me out because I was super excited. And I'm sitting there waiting all year for this Pixel Junk Eden 2, and then right towards the end of it, someone's like, "Yeah, it's been out for like on Switch." I'm like, "Why didn't anyone tell me this? I would have been playing it way sooner."
I agree. I would have also.
Yeah, but I got it. It is Pixel Junk Eden. I don't remember there being like a bunch of different characters in the first game. But you play these like little characters that you play as you're swinging around, stuff like that. It's more or less the same as Pixel Junk, just more locations, different colors, art, music, all that kind of jazz. So it's really fun. Played that for a couple hours one night. I had a great time. I'll probably just continue to play that as far as like piecemeal. Like, hey, I got a couple hours tonight. Don't want to get anything too crazy. Want to put something on the background. Great game for that. And then Alex had FOMO last week, so I'm sitting there like, man, I really want to play Metal Gear 4. And I'm having a hard time doing it any other way than the actual way. So we had the conversation about it. I'm like, you know what? You guys are right. I don't play Xbox anymore. I got a One S over here if I want to play backwards compatible stuff. So I don't need my Series S. I'm like, I'll never play it. Honestly, the only thing I do it is because I have... That's where I log into HBO, so that's the only reason why I've been turning it on for the past, like, a couple years. So I ended up just trading that in. Traded it in. I had pretty much just about enough for a PlayStation 3 Slim. With a little bit extra there for my store credit. But then right next to that PlayStation 3 Slim was a big old fat boy, and it had BC on the tag. I'm like, oh shit, is that a backwards compatible PS3? And they're like, yep. I'm like, bring it here. I'll put the extra money into it. Give me that so I can play PS1 and PS2 games with HDMI connection.
What, like 20 gigs of storage? What's in it?
Oh God, is it even that? I don't even know if it's even that.
I think it's been at like 20 or something.
It's like
20 or 30.
I thought it was like 500 and some odd megabytes. I thought.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh no, yeah, no.
You have some. I know
it's not a lot.
There, yeah.
But to be fair, most of those games they're not a whole lot.
No,
especially because some of those games back then we didn't get digitally. So the digital games I do have are like, and we'll talk about them now. I fucked around with a bunch of Resogun. Fucking love that game. Played a shit ton of that game. I think it was on PS3 and PS4. But I played a bunch of that. Super Stardust I played a little bit of last night. Because I've been playing a lot of the Sonic Racing. Yes, Christian, you got an answer for me? That size?
Yeah, I do. So it looks like they had 5 different models of it. So it's 20, 40, 60, 80, or 160 gigabytes.
Was that the or is it the backwards compat one though?
Yeah,
I thought the backwards
compatible one.
Damn.
The backwards compatible one had 20, 40, 60, 80, or 160.
What the price of that 160 had to be like $900.
Yeah, I guarantee mine's a 20. So it's not a very big one.
Yeah,
I played a bunch of those like little smaller games. The only downfall to trying to do anything with the PlayStation 3 right now is the connectivity to the servers, because the servers are all not there. So it connects to something still, but if I'm trying to download, or if I'm just looking, I was going through my library of PS3, right, because you pulled up the shit store, you have to download, and then you pull up the store. I'm like, okay, there's my downloads here. Click on my downloads. It says I got 256 lines in here. I'm like, okay, let's go through here, see what I can download. A lot of this shit is like the Powers TV show. I don't know if you fucking remember that. That was only on PlayStation. That's still there. So it's each individual lines an episode. Each skin for Little Big Planet is individual lines. I'm like, so scrolling through all this garbage. All my Vita games are popping up on there, so I gotta scroll through those too. But yeah, I did find Resogun, Super Stardust. I saw it, the 2 games that I got from the infamous network downtime. Remember that back in the day? It was like, I don't know how long it was, but it was a long time.
Oh, yeah.
But you got 2 out of 5
free
free games for that. So
yep, hackers took out PSN on Christmas.
Yes.
And it was down for
weeks.
I think it was
close to a month.
Months.
Yeah, close to a month. Yeah. Oh, months. Okay.
And it was, so Sony had to do a big apology because they could not, every single time they would try to bring it back online, they would just DDoS it again and take it right back down until they finally put up proper protections to be able to stop it. I just want to correct myself really quick. It's only 20, 60, and 80 that have the backwards compat models. So 20, 60, or 80. That was it. The 80 ones were extremely rare, and they did not make many of them. So their price obviously has like skyrocketed if you find some. So more than likely, Preston, you are sitting with a 20 or a 60.
Yeah. And I was like say it's like under 250. So it's a good reasonable price, especially for like a backwards compatible thing. Like I remember those being a lot more expensive when I was looking them up a couple of years ago. But I saw it there.
Yeah, I don't know what has caused them to go back down, but yeah.
But I'm down for it. I'm super down for it.
But shout out to yes, I was gonna say, good for you for getting one.
Shout out to Game Together having one there for me.
I love the design of that one too. That big fat,
I love the fat.
shiny,
that's what I wanted.
round.
It has a Spider-Man text on it. This is PlayStation 3 on it. Remember back in the day? So like I had the fat one, so I wanted to make sure to get another fat one, but I got the fat one, so that's nice. But yeah, since we've been playing a bunch of Sonic Racing, I'm like, fuck it. I haven't played Mod Nation Racers in a long time, and I want to see what it kind of looks like now, especially with the network being down and everything like that. Because like those, like even a Resogun or like Super Stardust still took me multiple restarts of my console because it'll sign you in, and depending on what you're doing, can last anywhere from 3 minutes to 10 to 15 minutes as to how long it lets you stay online. And it's not just sign back in; you have to restart the PlayStation because sign in just like no DNS error, I can't do shit. I'm like, okay. I'm sure there might be a fix to help keep that up, but it's...
If you're not online, though, like Metal Gear, you don't have to be online. It works great.
No, yeah, you don't. But if you want to download a patch,
you can also do...
Here's the thing. If you don't download the patch for Metal Gear, you don't get fucking trophies. So, I made sure to get the patch downloaded because they added trophies to Metal Gear 4 after the fact with the patch.
My personal success rate for getting through some of the PSN... on the PS3, like some of the foibles, your mileage may vary, but if you have multi-factor turned on your PlayStation account and then you go to the PSN website and do like the device code that it has you generate and then save the password through that device code thing, that I've had the most success with, where it will usually let me in and let me do my thing. Like when I was playing Metal Gear so far, I will say for all the PlayStations of Metal Gear, I have been signed into the PSN, and I have not been booted out one time.
That's nice. Awesome. Yeah, no, it's been booting me out every single time. So, I was like watching, the paint dry on Infamous for days, being like, okay, good. I can get about 4 or 5% until PSN kicks me out. So, I just been letting that thing happen in the background, and finally last night that actually triggered and finished. I'm like, okay, I'll play some. It's like right before bed, and it's like installing, and I see like 1 minute later, 2%. I'm like, okay, well, we're not playing this tonight. I'll let it sit here and install.
That drive. So I will say I've upgraded. So the drive in my PS3 is you know what? This is at a company I used to work for way back in the day. They had bought a bunch of Intel SSDs, and they were using them to like upgrade certain laptops, but they never got used. And so I was like, I don't know, I put like 20 hours of overtime in that week. And so I was like, they were just sitting there, and I went, fuck you. I was like, I took one. And then I was like, and you know what I'm going to do with it? I'm going to do, just to say that I did it, I am taking this drive and I am shoving it in a PS3 where it won't even be able to be used at its full speed because the SATA connector has a cap on how fast it can go on the PS3. And I was like, but I don't give a fuck. I'm putting it in
fastest,
there.
Though.
Yeah, so it's as fast as a PS3 can get. And Preston, to your point, even then, there's still, if I go to install a game that I downloaded, you are just fucking
oh for sure
sitting.
But man,
yeah,
I got back into Mod Nation. I haven't played that since PS3, and that game still plays solidly. Like that's one of the most like not unseen or unheard of, like the most underrated like kart racing game, I feel. Now the sucky part is you can't connect to the servers anymore, so all like the customized, like people were making like cartoon characters. They were doing like, I got the Ectomobile in there one point. Like the customization they let you do on that went beyond what they probably should have been able to let you do, because you were just straight up making IP stuff that looked really, really good. So none of that's in there, but I customized my own person, customized my car, played a couple tracks, had fun with it. I wish that they would. I wish that's one of the games I wish they would bring back. But I'm assuming that they're going to be. If they bring that one back, it's not going to be as customizable, and it's going to be, here's the skins we can sell you for these IPs, and that's what they would do with it. But yeah, I was wondering if that one was not gonna. It was gonna be a rose tinted glasses for me, but that was not the case. So, and then I tossed in Amplitude on PS2 just to make sure it was actually backwards compatible. Totally was. Tossed in PS2 games like, hey, we're gonna section off a corner of your hard drive for your virtual memory card. I'm like, hell yeah. And it's like, do you want to create a PS1 or PS2 one? I'm like, I forgot this does PS1 as well. Fuck yes. So
yeah, all of them do PS1, but only yours does PS2.
Really? Okay, that's so fucking strange. But yeah,
it's fucking stupid. But
wait, so even mine would do a PS1 game?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, I still to this day I do not understand.
Maybe because they wanted to sell you again the PS2 games for the PS3 version, or
that doesn't.
I think it's something to do. The difference is versus CDs versus DVDs, because PlayStations were on DVD. So I don't know if there's like a different. I mean, I'm sure there is, but whatever. Fuck you. It's still stupid. But yes, you can put a PS1 game in anything, but the PS2 games are only
DVD
for yours.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, super stoked about that. Pretty much anything that I now capture, whether it's for the stream or anything like that, or for the Video Game Book Club, I'll now be capturing it through my PlayStation. If it's PlayStation 3, if it's a PlayStation game in general. Just had a little bit of hiccup with the HDCP, which you can turn off on PS4 and PS5. You cannot turn off on PS3 because that's a Blu-ray player, right? Too, if I remember correctly. It was the cheapest Blu-ray player you could buy. So they didn't want people.
It was at the time, which
then.
is a bonkers statement, but I remember working at Best Buy, we used to crank those things out for Blu-ray players.
Yep, that was the cheapest Blu-ray player you could get, and it was a good Blu-ray player too. So HDCP.
I still maintain that Best Buy and Circuit City, like all those companies like that, they single-handedly made the PS3 sell by saying, "Hey, I know you're not interested in games, and I'm not trying to have you be interested in games, but I know you want a Blu-ray player, Mr. Home Theater person. Let me point you over here, because I'll save you like fucking $400 by getting a PS3. You can still put your Blu-rays in it. And, if you want to play some games, you can do that too." Meanwhile, the regular like Sony Blu-ray player just by itself was like fucking $900.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, but yeah, that means that HDCP is automatically turned on. There's no way to actually turn it off on there, so it blocks all streaming. But maybe you get the proper splitter that disables or at least makes my Elgato not recognize HDCP. So I can now stream and capture all PS1 through PS3 games. So that's nice to have. A little bit of hiccup with Dolby. It's all right. It's got to turn that shit off. Make sure to turn it back on when I go to my actual big screen because it sounds awful fucking nice. Played through Metal Gear and the nice speakers. Very, very good. So I'm all caught up on Metal Gear now, by the way. That's a good chunk of my week was
Hell yeah.
6+ hours of Metal Gear Solid 4. So nice thing was I was able to skip all the cutscenes in part 1, Act 1 and Act 2 because I've already seen them. I knew what was happening. And that is a majority of Act 1 and 2. I think Act 1 I finished in a little over an hour. Act 2 was a little bit more because I was doing the boss battles and there's a couple of those big fights with the rebellion and the troops to where it was just maybe not had to get such a great time, but I got the kind of feel of it once I got to Act 3. So, but yeah, that's... Oh, I finished up Solo Leveling Season 2. I know you watched a little bit of Solo Leveling, didn't you, Alex?
I have not. Travis has watched it. He told me I need to watch it.
Gotcha. So I'm not going to go into the whole story of it, but essentially, world has people who gain powers and awaken to them. Their class rank S through F or E or whatever, and that never changes. This guy has a magical special way of leveling himself up from all the way to E rank, and now he goes all the way to the top. This show does a great job of escalation and building and building and building throughout the episodes. Like, it's insane how powerful he has gotten at the end of season 2 to where I don't know a character on that show that could beat him. But of course they tease at the end of the season, like, here's these new characters. Oh, they know about him and what's going on with them, blah, 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 blah. So I'm very curious to see where season 3 goes, but that show gets fucking brutal. I do like it a lot. But yeah, if you like the whole gimmick of gamifying anime, it's a very, very cool way to do it. So that was a great one. I'm gonna go into Kaiju number 8 or number 9. I forget what that show's called, but season 2 is already out, so I'm gonna go through that now. But yeah, that's the shows I'm getting through. But other than that, that's my week.
Nice. All right. Well, that is our weeks, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to check in later this week as we dive into Metal Gear Solid Part 3. Now that we've all played it, we really get to talk about it. Yeah. So check that out. Don't forget to check in with Preston for Spoopy Sundays. We have about 2 more of those to go before we move back into Star Wars. So with that, thanks for hanging out, everybody. And we will catch you next time. Preston, you know what to do.
Thank you for listening to another episode of The Testing Room. To catch up on past episodes or to check out the newest ones when they drop, follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your favorite podcast. If watching is more your thing, check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/@thetestingroom, or watch us live on twitch.tv/testingroomlive. To leave comments or ask questions, you can follow us on Instagram @testingroompod, leave a comment on YouTube, or send them in to testingroompod@gmail.com. See you next time.